Hello, Canadian Baptist family. Today is Monday, June 8th, and thanks for tuning in and for catching our weekly update. Today would have been a big week for us because this would be the week of CBOQ Assembly 2020. Now, obviously, that's not happening the way that we had hoped that it would, and I just want to take a moment to say that we all as a team, we will miss you this week because we look forward every year to gathering everybody together and having time to learn together and worship together and make decisions about our family together. So this is a bit of a sad week for us, but we should have some news for you about Assembly and our way going forward within the next little while. So do keep in touch and stay informed about that because we are always excited to do things together with you, our family of churches. So some announcements for this week. The first is that as churches are continuing to work towards our new normal, we have prepared some things to assist you. One of them is that Dallas Friesen, our Director of Church Life and Leadership, is going to be leading 4 different facilitated dialogue sessions to help talk through some of the challenges and opportunities that are presented to us as we head into what comes next. So stay tuned and do check out our baptist.ca/COVID-19 page for all these kinds of updates and events that will be related to our next steps. The next thing is that this Thursday there is a Soul Care Day for pastors, which is an opportunity to work through some spiritual disciplines and to spend some time in prayer and reflection together with the idea of restoring your soul, especially as there have been some new challenges and exhaustion points during ministry at this time. So next 3 things to do with prayer, so get ready. June 14th is the National Day of Prayer for Youth, so we hope that as a church you'll set aside a little bit of extra time this week to pray for the next generation, particularly with a mind to the ways that they are affected by the pandemic and just figuring out how to connect well with them as well in faith. As well, we continue to meet pastors every Tuesday at 11 a.m. on Zoom for a pastor's prayer meeting. So if you are a CBOQ pastor, we invite you to join us. It's been a really good and life-giving time for a lot of pastors to connect with one another in prayer. As well, we hope that you are continuing to pray for your sister church, the one that you were assigned. If you're not able to reach them right now, of course, it can be a little bit challenging, but please do continue to remember them in prayer. And also, now we have something completely different. Alvin Lau, our CBOQ Youth Ministries Associate, interviewed Mike Wong, the English Ministries Youth Pastor at Logos Baptist Church, Milliken. And we are sharing a little bit of that interview.
I think one big word of encouragement is, God is bigger than COVID-19. God is supreme over COVID-19. Things may seem tough, but I think we need to look for opportunities in everything. And I think when we are kind of looking at it through a sense of where's the opportunities, let's be entrepreneurial, let's make things happen. I sense there's a beauty and a richness now because it's opening up the doors to do youth ministry, mentoring, disciple making at a younger age because students have the time now in junior high. It's opened up opportunities for us to explore avenues of connecting with people who we normally wouldn't. So I hear a lot of people saying, I can't wait until church to go back to new normal, or I miss how things were done in the past. But I think we need to look at it. It's like saying, hey, God's given us this rich opportunity. One thing that I want to encourage people to do too is, when we are hosting our services online, when anyone can join us virtually, this is something that our pastoral team and my senior pastor talks a lot about is where we have like an open house 24/7. But I think the key to remember is people who normally would not come to church are coming to our church, because if you think about it, on a Sunday morning it's so much effort for a person to come to church to worship with us. But now a person who's interested in checking out Jesus, interested in checking out your church, they can just go on Sunday mornings or anytime if depending how your streaming works. They can be in their bedroom, they can be in their living room, they could be in their washroom and watching and experiencing, your worship. So I think, this is opening up a lot of opportunities to connect with the broader world. And to me, that's something that I'm just super excited for. And I just want to encourage, people who are watching, if you're in ministry, if you're not, if you're a lay leader, or if you're a parent, if you're a student, COVID-19, it sucks at times, but I think God's opening up a lot of amazing opportunities. So continue to search for those opportunities and continue to do what He's leading us to do. I think one thing that's been really cool for this time is the fact that a lot of our youth and our young adults are inviting their friends, especially non-Christian friends, to come watch our streams. And I think it's this idea that our church is open 24/7. It's an open house. And what's really cool is these teens and these young adults, they're actually talking with their friends about what they see. So if it's either myself or Reverend George speaking, they'll just continue to talk during the week and be like, hey, you saw this service, what did you think? So this is really amazing because normally these people would never have anything to do with church. They would never want to come check us out. But because now it's so accessible, it's online, it's such an amazing opportunity. So that's just one thing that I'm thankful to God for right now in this COVID-19 situation.
I think that's a great reminder for all of us. I like that analogy used of an open house, right? And that people can now access whenever they want, and so that's definitely something for us to keep in mind. Mike, I appreciate your time. I appreciate your different thoughts and also your insights, and glad that you were able to spend this time with us.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Alvin. And you and your family and the broader CBOQ youth ministry team, thank you guys so much for the ways you guys support us. We really love the fact that we're part of a bigger community called CBOQ, and thank you guys for what you guys do. So really appreciate it.
So thank you, Alvin and Mike. I'd just like to quickly wrap up with some encouragement for you from Matthew 11, verse 28 to 30. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. So I hope that encourages you, and thank you again, and we will see you next week. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you don't miss anything. Thanks again.